Welcome back for round two, everybody. Hopefully y'all had a nice little Tuesday, just midday. Back for round two, man. I got a little downtime in between my sessions, man. I had a client canceled on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling good or whatever the case may be. So we gonna build, man. I got something that I want to build on, something I want to get off my chest that's inspired by one of our powerful elders, Claude Anderson. I just kind of want to build on some of his work, man, some of the things that he talked about in reference to his book, Powernomics. If you haven't read his book Powernomics by Claude Anderson, definitely recommend that book. It's Donnie Peace, what's happening? Montel, you already know, round two. Andronicus, you already know, peace, appreciate you. We've been tapping into the research a lot lately. We've been tapping into the research a lot lately, man. We tap in, man. I've been doing a lot of knowledge lately, a lot of research. We tapping in, just sharing that information, sharing that research, all that good stuff. Javon, my brother, peace, what's happening? We're going to see you tomorrow, man. Be ready. Be ready to get it in. Be ready to get it in tomorrow. Airview, peace, what's the word? Larry, peace, what's happening? Goldie, peace, G, what's happening? Black Pill Revolution, peace, what's the word? got a little cough here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you cough up around here, people think you got COVID. Like stuff can't get in your throat out here. You know what I'm saying? We don't get nervous around a little cough though. But man, what's the word, man? How y'all living before we start building? It's the book that I just talked about, Powernomics, Claude Anderson, man. If you have not read this book, I recommend getting this joint. Powerful read. Claude Anderson is under the radar or underrated, however you want to phrase it. Powerful elder right there, man. Definitely got to get this man his flowers while he's still here with us. But this is a powerful book. He has written several books. I think I got about all of them. Dirty Little Secrets, he got like 2 volumes of that, I believe. And what is it? White Wealth, Black Labor. I think that's another joint. I think I got all the Claude Anderson joints, but this one right here, man, is what inspired this particular stream, man. Powernomics. Ray Sean, what's the word? Akuma, peace, what's happening? Goddess, peace, queen, what's the word? Oh, Larry, for sure. Most definitely, man. We got to talk about it. But now we got to talk about black people being a part of this game that was designed for us to lose. And we don't understand that in order for us to win, we got to create our own game. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we are a part of an entire system that was rigged against us from the jump, and we hoop and holler protest, and we expect for this system to randomly overnight start working in our favor. I don't understand that mentality. I don't understand that mentality. When you have a system where the very foundation of that system was built upon keeping our people enslaved, keeping our people as servants, keeping our people believing that they are inferior. In order for them to maintain their power structure, why do we think that randomly overnight that's going to change? Do people not understand how power and wealth and all that type of stuff works? As they say, power is never evenly distributed. So when it comes to a power structure, you are going to have a hierarchy. You're going to have people at the top. You're going to have people at the bottom. You may have a few people in between. But in order for this power structure to be what it is, you got to have those people at the bottom. And the people at the top are never going to allow the people at the bottom or in between to be on the same level as them. That would defeat the whole purpose of the power structure. They have to maintain their power, and in order to maintain their power, they have to keep people beneath them. For some reason, black people seem to not understand this. We think that the system is dealing in equality because we have black billionaires. See, that's where we mess up. See, we think Everything is changing. We think we're making progress because we have black billionaires. Little do you all know that that is far from the reality. As they call them, $1 million slaves, $1 billion slaves, whatever you want to refer to them as. Just because they have allowed a few of us to become billionaires and millionaires doesn't necessarily mean things are progressing. Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that at all. Brandon, peace, what's happening? Bathing Soul, peace, what's the word? Ray Sean, for sure, you already know. So people get, you know what I'm saying, oh man, we got such and such a billionaire, such and such a millionaire. That does not mean anything. That does not mean collectively black people have made progress. Who writing the checks for most of these individuals? Who writing the checks for most of these people that are billionaires? Who they had to cut deals with in order to reach that status for the most part? See, that's the part that we don't like to talk about. That's the part that we don't like to discuss. And there's certain things that they cannot do once they reach this level. And if they do it, then they can have everything taken away from them. You know what I'm saying? Some of these black billionaires, black millionaires, if they start trying to do certain things for black people, see how long that billionaire status lasts after that. See how long that millionaire status lasts after that. Come on now. Claude Anderson, man, he broke down why they call it a race in the first place, like the origin of it. He breaks it down and he talks about it was a race for the European slave trade nations to benefit from the minerals and the human resources out there in the African nations, in the African countries. He said that was the race. The European slave trade nations was trying to benefit from all the minerals that's over there in Africa and the people. They enslaved us. We was the prize. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. We the prize. That's Claude Anderson. The Kuma piece, what's happening? TZ. Hey, you black people say Bill, Bill Cosby, old Bill. Black Pill Revolution, that's that. And they doing a good job of that. They are doing a great job of that. People don't understand it, man. People think, y'all would be surprised at how many people are living check to check. Even the people that y'all think, even some of the people y'all think that are well off, they live in check to check. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people, they one missing paycheck away from struggling out here. And a lot of that is our own doing because we don't have the financial literacy. And then we just so materialistic. So we waste our money on material items and we just don't know. It's ignorance. But my approach, we lose in a game that wasn't designed for us to win. Just imagine if you play video games. Would you continue to play a video game that you discovered it was never designed for you to win this game? So you would never win the game. So would you continue to play a video game that you already know that it was never designed for you to win? Would you continue to play that game? I would not continue to play that game. I am going to change the game. Now just imagine you have a whole entire console that's rigged. So you got a whole console that's rigged. Every game you put in this console is designed for you to lose that game. Would you continue to support that console? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. But that's what we own with America. We hoop and holler, protest, we cry, do all the throw fits, all this type of stuff, and expect for this game to change. It's not going to change. Why would they change? We got to create a totally different console. If we don't like the way that this game is rigged and we know it's rigged, instead of me playing it becoming stressed out, I'm gonna change it to another game. I'm gonna take this game out, put another game in, and I'm gonna see if this game is rigged. But if we really want to create change, we create our own console. That's how we do it. Forget playing your PS5. I feel like this PS5 is rigged. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna create our own PS Black or something like that. So now we can rig it how we want to rig it. We can rig it in our favor. Like, that's all they did. They created a system, they created rules, they created laws, and they rigged everything in their favor. And in order for this system to maintain its structure, to maintain its power structure, we got to be at the bottom. Black people literally have to be at the bottom. This is what people don't understand. Black people have to be at the bottom for this system to function properly. We have to be at the bottom. We have to be at the bottom. For the life of me, I don't understand why black people do not seem to understand this. We have to be at the bottom. That is why we continue to remain at the bottom. That's why every time we try to elevate and rise up, they got to say, nah, they got to put an end to that. Got to put an end to that. Got to put an end to it. Oh, they trying to rise up over there. Nope, got to put an end to it. We cannot allow them to understand their true nature, their true history, their true power. Nope, got to put an end to it. Got to put an end to it. We got to understand what's really happening out here, man. We got to understand what's really going on. And Claude Anderson pointed out something big in his book, and it's something that I've always said in reference to racism. Now, again, I always break down what racism means to me, and it's not even what it means to me, it's what it really actually is, and how black people really cannot be racist in America. If you know Neely Fuller Jr., Francis Cress Wilson, even Claude Anderson, some of the elders, a lot of the elders break this down, so this is what they say. You know what I'm saying? They break it down. I agree with the breakdown. But he made a very good point that black people in the wilderness of North America, for the most part, we responding to what was done to us. So if we have any animosity towards white folks, it's really justified due to our treatment or our mistreatment, so to speak. White people can't say the same. White people just straight up dislike, like they hated us and still hate us to this day for absolutely no reason because we didn't do anything to them. So when a black person starts studying their history, or even back in the day when black people resented white folks because of how we was mistreated and discriminated against, it's like that's justified because look at what was happening to us. White folks just hated us simply just because. Just because. Like, what reason did white folks have to do what they did to us? We didn't do anything to them. Matter of fact, we civilized them. We educated them. Like, they have no reason to dislike us. They had no reason to hate us. No reason at all. But if we jumped up and said we dislike white people, we actually legitimately have a reason. So when we had those uprisings, you know what I'm saying, the Nat Turners and things like that, that's justifiable. I don't care what anybody says. That's justifiable, man. You done brought people over here against their will and you enslaving them, took their culture, took their history, took their language. Like, nah, man, if they realize what's really happening and they jump up and decide to start killing people, that's justified. That's justified. That's justified in my book. Forget all of that because we didn't do anything to you. We did what we do. Like I said, we told y'all to take showers. Y'all was taking like 1 or 2 showers a year and thought that that was cleanliness. And we was like, nah, man, you need to clean yourself up every day. We was teaching y'all that. We was teaching y'all how to plant crops and grow your food. We was teaching y'all civilization, as we like to call it. Like, that's literally what we were doing. So there's no reason for them to have that animosity towards black people. But on our end, we can have that animosity because of how we've been treated, how our ancestors were treated. That trauma that was passed down is justifiable. White folks don't have nothing. White folks cannot track their history and say, oh, see, look at what black people was doing to us. It's justified. Nope. Nope, they don't have it. Don't have it. They cannot point out, they cannot go to history. Like literally, there is no point in history where white folks can say, see, this is why we did this to y'all. Because look at what y'all did to us. They don't have that in history. They do not have it. They cannot do it. But we can go back to our history like that. Look at what your people did to my people. This is ridiculous. Like we got that. We got it. We got plenty of those stories. Plenty of those stories. Lindell for sure. Oh yeah, they can't stand that. They can't stand when we teach our own people. They can't stand that. They can't stand it at all. Like they can't stand that at all. But all I say is, I'm always encouraging us, man, we got to do our own things. Like, forget their system, man. Forget playing by their rules, man. I mean, what they going to do if we all decide to stop playing by their rules? What can they do? Like, if we just jumped up, man, and we realized that, man, y'all need us more than we need y'all, they can't, what they going to do to us? I mean, it's just going to have to be wartime, but at that point, what can they really do to us other than engage in war? What can they do if we just, all right, man, we done fooling with y'all institutions. We done fooling with y'all jobs. We about to do for self. Man, they will fold. They will not last long at all, and they know that. They need us more than we need them. Way more. We just got to realize that. Like, we just don't realize that right now. That's the major problem. We don't realize that they need us way more than we need them. The moment that we realize that collectively, it's a game changer, it's over. So, if one day collectively everything just clicked and majority of us realize, like, man, you know what? I'm done with them. I'm done with this system. Man, they'll fold overnight. Fold overnight. This system will fold overnight. And we just focused on creating our own system. DJ Elmo, peace, what's happening? Interview for sure. That's why, man, listen. That's why I don't care about certain things. Like when I worked in corporate America, that's why I didn't care about doing stuff like giving them 2 weeks. If I gave you 2 weeks, cool. If I didn't, I didn't care. Like I didn't feel sorry for it, depending on your treatment. Like if you mistreated me and I feel like you were foul in your treatment of me, I ain't giving you 2 weeks. Or I might give you 2 weeks, but I ain't gonna finish it out. You're not gonna give me, when it's time for you to let me go, you're not gonna give me 2 weeks notice. You ain't gonna give me 2 weeks to find a job. You're gonna be like, man, we letting you go. Good riddance. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to things like giving 2 weeks for some of these jobs, like I don't even care. I have no sympathy. I'll find me something better, I'm gone. Just like when y'all find something better or y'all ready to get rid of us, we gone. Like, man, listen, when it comes to corporate America, man, I don't care about a lot of that nonsense. And they try to, you know what I'm saying? They try to guilt trip us and, oh, man, you don't want to sever that. Man, forget all of that, man. I ain't coming back to this gig, man. Y'all mistreat me. Y'all was underpaying me and overworking me more than likely. So I'm not going to come back. So I don't care, man. And plus, I'm going to do my own thing. I got enough power to do my own thing anyway. So I don't really care about the terms in which I left for most of these jobs. I don't care. I don't care at all. Goldie for sure. And they admitted that. They admitted to destroying, you know what I'm saying, Black Wall Street because they was jealous of how we were thriving without them. They actually admitted that. There was some white folks around that time, they admitted to destroying Black Wall Street because they was jealous of how we were thriving without them. We was thriving economically, so they went on and had to destroy Black Wall Street. They admitted that. EMC for sure, man. I ain't got no sympathy, no remorse, man. I don't be caring about things like that at all. I don't be caring about that at all. Look, if I find something better and y'all's mistreating me, y'all's discriminating against me, I'm gone. I don't owe y'all no explanation. Why? What can we do? But they already be knowing. They ask you silly questions when you leave in these corporations anyway. Is there anything that we could do to keep you here? Yes, you can pay me more, but you already knew that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can give me the promotion that I deserve, but you already knew that. So why are you asking me silly questions? Like, corporate America is just stupid. Like, why are you leaving? Obvious, man. Most black people, man, we leaving because we found a better opportunity. It's either we get more money or it's just less stressful. Like, it ain't rocket science, man. Y'all know y'all underpaying people. So when somebody leaves a job and you sitting there asking, why are you leaving? Like, it's common sense, man. Common sense to why most people leave these jobs. Don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. Find your replacement because you're going to have a replacement in a week. But I never liked when they used to ask me that. That was a stupid question to me. Is there anything that we could do to keep you? That was always a dumb question. Like, yes, it's something that you could do. And you know what you can do. Because you know why I'm leaving. Because you know what you are paying me. Like, and you know that that's an insult. So, like, we don't have time for that, man. Corporate America be playing games. That's why I have to stop playing by corporate America's rules and had to start doing my own thing. I ain't got time for the silly questions, the silly nonsense. It's always just silly, man. It's just goofy. It's always goofy, man. Always goofy. I couldn't stand corporate America, man. Corporate America is like a big scam, man. Big scam, and they try to get you with the illusion of security. A lot of people are afraid to walk away from corporate America because they're afraid that they will lose the security. Man, that's an illusion. That's a myth. At any given time, man, that job is in danger and you don't even control it. You got to understand, how do you have security when you don't even control, like you don't control that job. You don't own that job. So at any given moment that job can fold. You don't know, you really don't know what's happening. You really don't know what's happening with that job, with that corporation in which you are employed. You have a lack of control. You have a lack of ownership. There is no security in lack of ownership, lack of control. There is no security in that. There is security when you own something, when you control it. So again, these jobs, they try to get you with that shield of this is security. You're going to get your check every 2 weeks or every week, however you get paid. That's how they try to get you. But there is no security in lacking ownership and lacking control. It's not. Like, it's not at all. Brandon, for sure. That's why I say, man, white people lucky. And it's correct. Like, white people lucky, but they always have this fear because they know what they did to us. They know what their ancestors did. Like, they always got this fear of retaliation. Because we didn't have moments in history where a few of us have said, you know what, we sick of this. You know what I'm saying? We done had a few examples of that happening, but they lucky for the most part that we are forgiving and we kind and we loving. And I say that's, you know what I'm saying? That's to our downfall. Like, that's part of our downfall is being so loving, forgiving, and kind. We need to stop that. To me, that's silly. Like, that stuff is silly to me, man. I'm not so quick to love and forgive and forget and all that type of stuff, man, especially when history doesn't give me reason to. Like, history don't give me a reason to be like, all right, I forgive this group of people. Like, they continue to give me reason to not trust them, to not rock with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to be like, we forgive you and we are going to be so loving. Why can't we all just get along? Like, no, not on that type of time, not on that vibe. All we did was trust these people. All we did was try to help these people out. All we did was teach and educate these people. That's all we did. Where has that gotten us? Where has us being so forgiving and loving and kind, where has that gotten us collectively? Where has that gotten us? Somebody let me know, how has that really benefited us as a people? I ain't telling you to walk around hating people, but I'm not finna be forgiving some people, man, that did some damage, and they continue to maintain this structure that's keeping our people at the bottom. I don't have to hate y'all, man, but I ain't gotta love y'all neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm not loving people. I'm not forgiving people. Like, I'm not doing it. History tells me to do otherwise. Fetty TV, peace. Too forgiving. And somebody let me know where has that gotten us? How has that pushed us forward as a people? Being so forgiving. Somebody let me know, where has that gotten us? But I don't feel like it has gotten us far at all. Larry Vaughn is right to the lessons. Gives them nothing at all. Taught him how to eat the wrong foods when he was a baby. All of that. All of that. Goldie, you already know. I'm 100% sure The reason why a lot of doors were getting slammed in my face was because of my hair, because of my credentials, because of my mind, and because of probably social media. They tell you that, oh, nah, yeah, we don't check your social, man. I had a manager flat out tell me that soon as he saw my application, he went to my Facebook. So I already know that the white folks doing that. They go to your Facebook, and if you got any type of content that they don't like, you're not getting that job. So I already know that this be happening, man. They want to act like they don't be doing that. They want to act like they don't be going into people's Facebooks and discriminating against them and all that type of good stuff, man. They want to act like that's not happening, man. So I already know. I know a lot of doors were getting closed in my face, slammed in my face because of the locks, because of the personality. Like, I already let you know out the gate what I was trying to do. Like, I'm not trying to stay in this position for this long, man. I got these degrees. I'm looking for a management position, whoop, wop, wham, all that good stuff. They like, nah, we can't let him in here because he has the credentials. Seem like he got his head on straight. He can probably replace us. So we can't let him in here, man. They keep discriminating. But as Claude Anderson said in Powernomics, they done messed up the game so good to where it's almost hard to prove that you're getting discriminated. It's hard to prove racism in corporate America. It's hard to prove it. Hard to prove it. Claude Anderson said that. It's hard to prove it. And I was talking about that before I even just tapped back into the notes here. I was talking to a client about that. It's like, man, it's legitimately hard to prove that a company is discriminating against you. And it has been designed that way. It's been designed that way. It's hard to prove it. Hard to prove it. Racism is hard to prove in corporate America. So they have done a good job. So they can discriminate against us, all of that. Because what they have done was, instead of like when affirmative action benefited white women more than it benefited anybody. So when you hear affirmative action, people think, oh, black people. Nah. But now all they have done was use the term minority. So black has been deleted. So now, as long as they hire women, as long as they hire people in the LGBTQ community, they good. They can say they not discriminating. They can like, look at all the women we got in here. Look at all the transsexuals. Look at all the homosexuals. Look at all these people that we got in here. We ain't discriminating. So black got replaced with minority, and all of these other groups fit inside of minority. So who does that put at the bottom once again? Nate Draco, peace, appreciate the donation, my brother. Please tell me, when it comes to minority, who is at the bottom of the minority pile? Black folk. They can hire white women, and that's technically the minority. So they got us, man. Once they took away the word black and they said minority, they got us. That's an L right there. That's them rigging the game. That's them rigging the game. That's them rigging the game right there. Say, all right, forget black. We're going to say minority. Do y'all know how many people are considered minority? Which is crazy, because we really the majority. It's just crazy. It's crazy. The trick knowledge, because we not the minority. But that's a whole nother topic. But they place us in that category. But it's hard to prove that you're being discriminated against because you're black. Because now it ain't because you're black. It's because you're a minority. So then when you go to the office and you see, oh, they got a bunch of white women on payroll, and they got, you know what I'm saying, they got a few homosexuals, it's like, nah, see, we don't discriminate. We diverse around here. Oh, I ain't got no black people, really. They just got all these other groups of people in there. No black people, but they can say, oh, we diverse. Look, that's how they got us. That's part of what I'm saying. They control this game. They control the rules of the game. They the creators of the game. They can make the game however they want to make it. They can make the game however they want to make it. So it's like, I don't want to play that game because they made the game. I don't want to play a game that the enemy has made. That makes no sense to me. Like, nah, let's play a game that we created collectively. Like, no, I don't want to play the enemy's game, man. I already know what's going to happen. I already know the end result is predictable. We playing the game given to us by the enemy. Come on now. Come on now. Like I said, when you play a game, just imagine it, right? When you play a game, What do you have? What do you hook up to the game? Hook up a controller. A controller. So just imagine if you playing a game, just imagine the person that's being controlled. That's us. The people that operate the controller. That's them. So they done created the console, they done created the game, and now they got the controllers. We just the players inside of the game that they are controlling. So they getting us to do what they want us to do. They setting the rules, they setting everything. We are the players inside of the game. That's what we dealing with right now. Some people call it the Matrix, but that's how it is. They got the controllers, they done made the game, they just sitting back playing that joint. They getting us to do exactly what they want us to do. They getting us to do exactly what they want us to do. Exactly what they want us to do, man. I mean, it's crazy. They want us to go left. It's back. It gets back to regularly scheduled programming. So every now and then, they may be controlling something. There may be a glitch. Something may happen that really wasn't supposed to happen. But then shortly after the glitch, everything back to normal. They're normal. Hold on, y'all. Y'all hear me? What my sound ain't supposed to be out. Hold on now. Ain't nothing just changed on this phone. Y'all hear me though? All right, see, here they go. About to say they playing with the kid. Ronald, for sure. At least it's supposed to be. Ronald, you say education is taught different in the homes. It's supposed to be. But a lot of our people are so miseducated that they teaching the same things at the crib. Uncut, peace, what's happening? They teaching the same things at the crib. Tasha, that crazy. I talked about glitching. Literally, I just had a glitch in the Matrix out here. And I don't know if y'all seen the last Matrix. I ain't too much care for that joint. I feel like H-Bout should have just left that joint alone. Getting off topic a little bit. But yeah, I saw that last Matrix. I ain't really too much care for it. I get the message behind it, but I ain't care for it. I ain't really care for it. I ain't care for that joint at all. I did not care for that last Matrix joint, man. I just ain't care for it. All right, man. We muted again, man. What's happening, man? Like, what's the word, man? What we got? I know I ain't muted again, man, because I'm absolutely doing nothing on my end for me to be muted. Soon as I start talking about a glitch in the Matrix, here we go. Anais, peace, what's happening, Queen? What's the word? Big Head Fred, peace, peace. All right, so it sound like they playing some games, man. So I feel like this. I hope this phone don't do something silly on me in a minute. Jay Green, peace. What's the word? But yeah, I don't know if y'all saw the newest Matrix, but I wasn't a fan of that joint at all. Like I said, I got the meaning. It wasn't something that went over my head. I just did not like the movie. Did not like that movie at all. The original Matrix, though, was my joint. Like the original, like the first man, like that was my joint right there. But this last one, man, it was kind of corny to me, man. Like, what is this? I fell asleep the first time watching it. I was like, nah, this ain't it. But I ain't gonna spoil it, you know what I'm saying, for the people that haven't saw it yet. I just wasn't a fan of it. Watched it, got the meaning, like nothing really went over my head. It's just I ain't really too much care for the movie. But essentially, man, when we talk about Matrix, man, the Matrix, like that's what we dealing with, man. We definitely inside this joint. We definitely inside this Matrix. We definitely inside a program, man, and they controlling us right now. They programmed us, man. They got us moving how they want us to move. That's definitely what's happening. That's definitely what's happening. So I always pose the question, like, what are we gonna do? Like I said, man, when everybody ready to soldier up and create our own systems. When we ready to soldier up, like that's literally the only thing that's gonna change the game. We done had a few examples, but like we said, they hate on us and then they start wiping us out. You know what I'm saying? When we create our little towns and cities and all that good stuff, man, they get jealous because they cannot stand to see us thrive independently. You know what I'm saying? So we got to continue to just soldier up, man, and do our own things, like create our own system, create our own game. Like that's really the only way we are going to see significant change. Like we do too much. We literally built this country. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Like literally we built this country. We was here first. And how much of this country do we own? And it's crazy because they understand this because this is part of their history. When you look at like the Revolutionary War and things like that, like they didn't like being under that control. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't like being under that control, man. So what did they do? What did they do? They rebelled against the system. So it's like they ought to be able to understand that because that's in their own history in regards to their own people. So why when we start talking about it, they like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's hatred. Like, no, we doing the same thing that y'all did. Boston tea parties and things like that. Like you all, this y'all language. Big Head Fred, we don't know the rules. Man, we don't know anything. Man, if I keep seeing no sound, I'm about to... Dude, what is going on here? See, this is going to call... See, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is why I have been warning people. I'm about to get my website back cracking. Because this is starting to get ridiculous. YouTube's starting to really get on my nerves. All right. Yeah, all right, cool. But yeah, I'm either way. I'm about to get my website back cracking because like I said, I just got this feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like the way we about to start going hard, like I just got a feeling that YouTube gonna be doing some hating, some major hating. You know what I'm saying? Facebook did the hating, but I feel like YouTube definitely on its way to do some major hating. So Mud's got to get their websites cracking and got to direct people to the websites, and we got to start building in person. Like I said, I'm getting back to the writing of books. Like I got to start doing things like that because like I said, I don't think I'm going to exist that much longer on this platform because some things that I'm uncovering, you know, I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't just come across certain pieces of information and not say much. So like certain things going to get revealed. I'm going to try to do it as strategically as possible. But if something happen, man, I'm going to make sure I got somewhere for y'all to go to get some content still. So I'm going to get my website back up and running here shortly. And once everything pops off, if they decide to trip, do me dirty, we're going to have websites. We're going to collect emails. I'm going to do all of that type of stuff, man. I'm going to collect emails from you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have this network. We're going to establish this network. We ain't going to never lose contact. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to never lose contact. We ain't gonna never lose contact. Superman, I heard, and I'm gonna tap into it eventually. And I was actually in the process of creating my own app. Like I was literally studying how to make an app, and I had a practice app or whatever you want to call it. It was unfinished. I had an unfinished app, but it was more so like a fitness app. But I was straight working on an app, man. That mode was red, black, and green out. That mode would have been cold. I just didn't finish it. I was working on a fitness app. I might have to get back to that though, but I was working on an app probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Never finished it though. But I'm gonna be tapping into like emails and whatnot, man. That's tapping into emails, man. So eventually, man, I'm gonna have something for y'all to go to. Y'all drop y'all emails in that joint, man, and we gonna be communicating a lot through email. Cause I'm not about to keep playing with a lot of these social media sites, man, because I done already put out enough for them to be like, shut them down. So whenever they ready to shut me down, they got enough evidence. They got enough evidence on the kid because there's some real stuff happening, man. I got the information that I'm learning about the virus and all that, real in the field, and I ain't gonna let it slide. I'm gonna reveal a lot of that information, so that's already enough for them to take me down. But I'm learning a lot about this current situation, and it's really, I'm telling y'all, man, when I say it's really real in the field, when I say it's really real in the field in regards to what they doing, it's really real in the field. This, man, the rabbit hole goes deep in regards to what's happening today. The current climate of the day, the rabbit hole is deep, yo, deep. Superman, make it. Don't even think about it. Black Pill Revolution for sure. I'ma tap in. I'ma definitely tap in. And like I said, once I get my website back up, I'ma definitely plug that joint in. Torenzo Peace, what's happening? But yeah, we back on it, man. We back on it. Like a lot of y'all not familiar when I talk about my very first Facebook page, which was Illuminati Bell was my name. That was a very famous, or I should say infamous page. Shayna Peace, Queen, what's happening? Very infamous page. Used to create, hey, I used to rile a lot of people up on that particular page, and that page pretty much got deleted. Like that page was crazy because I was coming hard with the information, and not only was I coming hard, I was debating with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I was debating with everybody, anybody you could think of. Y'all know I went to college with a bunch of white folks. I was debating with the people I went to college with. Hence why I don't talk to none of them to this day. They didn't like what I was posting, and they would comment. I'm going back and forth with them, showing the evidence, showing and proving. Man, I was debating with everybody. Now some of the people I don't really care to debate with, but I was debating with everybody because of the information that I was coming across, and I was just putting that information out, and people couldn't handle that information, and they was getting emotional. So people used to just love to scroll down that page just to see what the debate was for the day. But we back on it. You know what I'm saying? So, again, let me warn people. If you are sensitive to the truth, if you are sensitive to somebody questioning what you have been taught to believe since you was born, you might want to unsubscribe right now because I'm not about to hold back. You about to just have to be offended. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't able to have an open mind, you might as well go ahead and go to a lot of these watered down, corny YouTube channels. Because about to get real. Whatever you done been clinging to for the most part since you was born, I'm probably going to tell you why it's some trash, why it's garbage, and why it's a lie, and why you need to stop following that nonsense. Why you need to stop subscribing to that nonsense. We're going to go ahead and we're going to break these codes, man. We're going to break it. We're going to break the strangleholds. Whatever you can think of. If you done been taught to believe it, subscribe to it since you was born, we finna tell you why it's time to let it go. Why it's time to let it go. So again, if you can't handle the truth, I'm gonna warn you right now. If you cannot handle somebody that is not afraid to stand on his square and not afraid to have unpopular perspectives, you might want to go somewhere else. Man, I was trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stick around. But the Mr. Nice Guy, that stuff is gone. That ain't in my name. Ain't time to be nice around here. Because it's real in the field. So I got to speak y'all language. You know what I'm saying? I got to speak the people's language to wake the people up. So I ain't about to play nice. I ain't about to play nice. At all. The way you eating is garbage. You know what I'm saying? The way you eating is garbage. Whatever that religion you subscribe to is also garbage. A tool for enslavement. You know what I'm saying? All of these are tools of slavery. The school systems that we can't wait to send our children to, tools of slavery. So we about to build. If you can't handle that truth, you might as well. I'm telling you, there are plenty of other channels that's not saying these things. So you can go ahead and rock with them. But we about to let you know, man, why most of this stuff is nonsense, why most of it is BS, and why it's time for us to stop subscribing to all of it, the Western ideals, all of this nonsense. We about to unplug. You know what I'm saying? We got reprogram ourselves, man. We got enough culture to where we don't need any Western culture. We got enough culture on our own. Got enough culture on our own to be good. We don't need to be subscribing to anything that's Western, anything that's white. Nah, we got enough that's black that we can subscribe to. We could let the white folks have their own culture. We not gonna see the thing about us. We're not gonna bother them. We're not gonna bother white folks. We not gonna do that. History shows and proves that we not gonna bother white folks. We gonna let white folks breathe. We gonna let white folks live. It's not in our nature to go over there and say, kill all white people, enslave all white people. We're not gonna do that. Traveling man, peace, appreciate the donation. But what we about to do though, I'm about to tell you why you need to be unplugging though. That's the word for the day. I'm gonna tell you why you need to unplug. Told y'all, man, I've been warning people from the jump that I got a lot of stuff I ain't talked about yet. I was waiting. I feel like the time is now. Time is now. The time is now to release a lot of this information. You know what I'm saying? The time is now. We about to break a lot of things down. We about to just go hard. Like I said, we don't know how long we gonna exist on this joint doing it, but we gonna try to speak in code in this joint. We gonna try to do it strategically. But we done playing with it, man. As y'all see, I'm a prime example of removing myself from corporate America. I stopped playing by their rules, did my own thing, and I ain't never going back. So I'm not one of the ones that's just talking about it. I like literally did it. I literally quit a job and just started doing my own thing because I just didn't care. Like I was tired of them. I was tired of working for these white folks, tired of fronting for these white folks. I say, you know what? Nah, let me do my own thing, and I did it. And I ain't going back. I ain't going back. I look at that like being homeless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back to taking orders from them, man. I'm doing my own thing from now until the end. You know what I'm saying? I would like, listen, put me in the grave before I go back to corporate America. That's how strongly I feel about it. That's how strongly I feel about it. That's how strongly I feel about it. That is literally how strongly I feel about it, man. So we gonna deal with the truth. We gonna deal with the facts, man. We gonna deal with what needs to be dealt with, man. Because again, like I said, they lying to us in all facets of reality, man. All facets of reality, man. They are lying to us, man. It's a lot of truths out here, man, but you gotta dig deep to uncover these truths, man. They are lying to us in so many different ways. It's ridiculous. Whatever way you could think of, they are lying to us. They are lying to us. Like I said earlier, you can't even talk about cancer cures. You can't even act like there is a cure for cancer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's blacklisted. So you start talking about cancer cures again, you're blacklisted, ban the channel. And all you might be doing is giving references to people that said they cured the cancer. Like I said, I got a whole book on a dude, Roger's recovery from AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Saying how he naturally help the person reverse AIDS. But then if I talk about that, blacklisted. Got a whole book, man. I got whole books on people letting you know. Doctors. They always tell us to trust science. Man, I got books written by scientists. I got books written by doctors. Like the people that y'all telling us to trust. I got books written by these people that saying, hey, I helped the patient cure AIDS. Everything that they taught me in medical school, I found out that it was a lie. And now they had to practice overseas because they started shutting down their practices. When these doctors, these Western doctors start waking up to the truth. Now they can't practice in America. They didn't have to go overseas to continue practicing because they don't want to practice this Western medicine because they realized what it was doing. I got plenty of doctors. But no, y'all pick and choose the doctors y'all want to subscribe to. Y'all pick and choose. And when they tell you to trust science, people kill me with that. Do y'all know not every scientist out here agrees with the jab, agrees with wearing masks? Do y'all know that that's not every scientist out here? Y'all know that every scientist doesn't agree on these things. That's what people not realizing. That's what people not talking about. They acting like every scientist out here agrees. Like, nah, man, come on. Come on, man. There are plenty of scientists that then reveal to you how damaging it actually can be to wear a mask. We got plenty of scientists out here that let you know how damaging the jabs are. And they honestly let you know that they don't know the long-term effects that come with the current jabs. So I don't want to be a part of anything where they don't know the long-term effects. I don't want to be a part of something like that. And you got plenty of honest scientists that then said that. But what they do, What they do, they try to discredit these scientists. They the same scientists as Fauci and all of them. Same science. They got the same credentials, but since they saying something that goes against the status quo, it's like they not credible. But people tell you to trust science though. Which scientists are you trusting? So stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us, man. All of these things that they telling folks that they can't cure, it has been cured. It's on record, man. It's on record. People have cured all of these things they say are incurable. Man, I got books. I'm telling you, I got books on all of them saying how they done cured it naturally. But again, you can't patent nature. So you can't make money off of nature. We know this. We only make money off the drugs. We only make money off the medication. They can't make money off fasting. They can't make money off the fruits and the veggies. They can't make money off of gallbladder cleanses. They can't make money off of that. No, they can't. They make money off of this medication. They make money off of these drugs. That's what they make money off of. That's how they make their money. They don't make their money off of nature. What they say, even their guy Hippocrates, who stole this from us, even their guy says, let thy food be thy medicine. That their guy says that. Their guy agrees because he was taught by us. Let thy food be thy medicine. Their guy says that. That's their guy. Their guy says that, man. He got schooled from the greatest. He got schooled by the most powerful. Schooled by the most powerful. So the first original science says, let thy food be thy medicine. Oh, how we must have forgot. But y'all, with that being said, man, I got my client just pulled in, man. Y'all was just getting warmed up. I may tap back in with y'all, man, tomorrow for sure. Just to continue, man, because like I said, we getting real in the field. But my client in here, man, I got to tap out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. I'm about to drill this client. Y'all be peaceful out here, though. I'm out. Appreciate the donations and all the comments and all the love. But we out, though. Peace.